Hi, everyone. It's Michelle, the Childcare Entrepreneur, and I want to come to you today to show you what I have done um, with a lot of the space in my home childcare center. And so I want to show you 5 levels by age of different remote learning spaces that I have set up in my home. All right, so the 5 levels of learning spaces are the early childhood, elementary, middle school, high school, and then there's also kind of an overlap of high school and college. And what you can also see is that a lot of the overlapping is within each group as well. So you may have elementary, which is from first to sixth, and then middle school also from sixth to ninth. And that means that as the children are transitioning, they can use some of those older spaces as well, depending on the child. All right, so let's get started with some remote learning setup examples. So the first one is the early childhood. And with this one, they are doing less typing and more moving. And so this was set up in a space. And those of you that have seen my video or tour of my learning space, uh, there's a lot more floor room for them to jump around, clap, dance, and do some of the things that the early childhood uh, do. And you'll see the tablet and the tablet stand and headphones. And I do also have a chair because they do sit and do some sitting while they're working with the teacher. So that provides a nice space for the early childhood. The next space is the elementary. And if you notice with the elementary, it's a little bit more of a focused area. I have the PC set up and with the monitor and the headphones and the speakers. And there is a schedule on the wall so that the children can see what classes they have, what activities they need to be doing. And in this area of elementary, they're doing a lot more keyboarding, and there's still parents helping out, but the children can do a little bit more than the mute and unmute as they do in the early childhood setting. All right, so middle school. Now, middle school is a designated room, and these children are a lot more independent and they don't need parents as much. They do a lot more keyboarding, and as you can see, I have a laptop and a PC. And with the laptop, it's lifted so that when children open up their laptop and look at the monitor, they have that visual right there instead of leaning down. And I've noticed that it's kind of hurting a lot of their necks. So especially when they're spending a lot more time doing remote learning, you want that space to be as comfortable as possible. And then I also have the PC, and the PC is for when they're looking up different things. And so that is used as a resource. And then you'll see a printer because they're printing out a lot um, of either it's an assignment or activities or some type of homework or something that they're doing. They can also use that to scan things, uh, and as well as the cell phone stand, which I don't have sitting on the desk, but we use that as well because they're doing video for a school and they're sending it in on the different platforms. And then there's also work boxes and things like that you can set up anywhere by the desk so that they'll have their books there. It could be a book stand or anything that will house their books, their notebooks, and things like that. This is high school. So high school is where I have introduced the L-shaped desk, and you're going to see the L-shaped desk for high school and up to college and office space. And I like the L-shaped desk because With high school, they are doing several things at one time, or they're needing several things either at different times. And so I have the PC, the laptop, you can see the architectural lamp um, here, as well as an even more comfortable chair. And on the side here is where the books are housed. And you'll also see a giant or extra large planner calendar, which I'll explain that a little bit later. So with high school, there's a lot more independence and very little parent involvement, because they know what they're supposed to be doing in terms of how to use the technology. Some of them are on Google Classroom, Google Meet. Um, they're doing a lot of things. They're doing recording, and so you'll see a cell phone tablet stand, and they have their work boxes, and a lot of their assignments are online, and so they can download a book, which a lot of them do on the PC, and then they can read the book or follow along or highlight as they are interacting with the other children, and also interacting with the teacher on the PC. So on the laptop. So it makes for a nice workspace. And then they also have the printer where they do scanning, and they may even do some faxing. So there's a lot of different things going on with the high school. Now this space is sort of the high school college level. And I don't have any college level children, but the high school level, um, I know, and this is also could be used as an office space. And you see there's a lot more of clean line there. There's a even bigger printer, which prints a lot more paper and things like that. Because as you get into maybe the older high school, entering college level, you are going to be printing out a little bit more, so you need a more of a robust um, printer. And I also have the light ring there because they're doing recording now, and they are creating a video and things like that. And then you'll also see the stand where they can put notebooks and different notes, things like that. Here's the stand right here, and in an executive chair is what I put in that space. All right, so that's definitely a lot more independent work and things like that. All right, and then they see a file sorter and everything up there. So they're moving into and from um, where they are a little bit more, uh, they need a lot more space uh, and a lot more of, like I said, the robust um, printer. And then there's an even bigger monitor and PC over here as well. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the extra large planner. I love, love, love this. And the extra large planner can be used for elementary up to college level. I use it for the middle school, high school children because it really is a great way to provide no fuss visual. And it's hung over the workspace, and it's really, really great, so that the middle schooler, high schooler can look up, see what they have next, and then right on their laptop or PC, they go right to their next class. I also have them put their uh, activities and things in different colors so they'll know what they're doing. I also put meeting IDs, Zoom IDs, so they can just see it and they can go right to it. And what's also good is that they develop, you develop a time to update the calendar each week. Now, a lot of them can do this on their own, but what I've done is that there's a planning time. And so you may want to plan time if you're a parent, even if you're a home child care provider, just have a planning time so you'll know what they're doing. Um, And on this calendar, it's reversible. So you can have a weekly calendar or you can do it monthly. And it really, really is nice. It's huge, 32 by 48, dry erase. And so you can erase things on there, add things on there as you want, and it's fine. And so you can even add snack times. You can put times up there to stretch and put little positive quotes there. So the children really, really like that. Um, and it's great. They don't have to go to their laptop and see what they have next, or some of them have the paper schedules, which is nice, but the visual, the giant one, you can add so much more to it, and it really has created a nice workspace for the older children. So this is my what I'm doing in my home daycare. You do not have to do this for your space. Every home is different. Every child is different. You may only have one child that has come to you and is doing remote learning, or you may have two. And so you can set up your spaces accordingly. So I'll put in the description uh, box the name of the L-shaped desk, the name of the dry erase wall calendar, as well as the lift, and anything else that I have mentioned that I think would be useful for you in this from this video. So I hope you have enjoyed this. Remember that to have patience and to have grace when you are helping the children with their remote learning, and put your comments and questions in the description. Make sure you subscribe so that you can receive a lot of more information, um, and I will talk to you soon.